Hi guys, welcome to Bungee Design Widgets for Adobe Muse. Today I'm going to be showing you the new updates in version 2 of the Appear on Scroll Pin Navbar widget. Hope you enjoy and let's get started. So here is the widget itself. It's the same principle, we just have to drag it over to our Muse page and then situate it at the top of the page like so. If you haven't seen the first tutorial on the widget, then I suggest you look into the video description, and I've got the first tutorial on YouTube right there. If not, you can also go onto the website widgets.bungeedesign.com and then navigate over to the help guide section, and there'll be certain videos for you to watch, and obviously you can come back to this one and you can see the updated features. So first things first, as you can see, if we just scale out here, the actual design of the widget, we've basically made it more compact for you to basically use. Before it was very all over the place, there was a lot of options, so now we just made it a little bit more compact and we've put things in sections for you to then just unravel. So the first big update to the widget is the animation options. So these animation options, basically you can now actually decide how you want the navbar to enter into the page. Now obviously the default one or the only one in version 1 was just have it come in like a masked down effect, so the actual widget being masked down for it to appear into the page once you hit the scroll point in which you set, and then obviously when you go past that up the page it will just mask out like that. So now what we've done is actually changed it to a down motion and an up motion, so the actual whole thing moves up and down, and we've got a whole load more. So you've also got fade in and out, scale in out, and in out left, so it comes in and it goes out from the left, like side to side almost, and then you've got the right, so it's basically the same but from the right. And then you got the 3D hinge effect, which is really cool, so it comes in like a hinge, which I will show. And then you've got basically the version 1, which is the mask down, and if you do want to use that, we've included another feature which allows you actually just to revert back to version 1 to use this mask down effect. So you just select that. Once you've selected that, go to this section here where it says change widget version, and then you just select version 1, and once you select version 1 it will literally just change it back to the old one like so, and then you can just keep using that. But that's not what we want to use. We want to obviously use version 2. So version 2, we can try out the first one, which is the in out down. So what we have to do, select the down option there, and then go and preview that in the browser like so. And if we scroll down now, as you can see, it comes down rather than masked down like so. So this is the old one, and obviously this is the new option. So it's much nicer, it's a bit more kind of smooth as it comes in, and that's the down and out option. So the next one we've got is the fade in and out. So this fade in and out also will maintain the opacity that you set here. So you don't have to worry about, say if you set this to, I don't know, 0.5 or just 0.3, whatever, or keep it as 1, the opacity will keep the same, so it will go from 0 to whatever you set here. So if we quickly preview this now, like so, as you can see, when we scroll down and hit the trigger, it kind of fades in and out like that. So it's really nice, it's really subtle, but obviously you can change. We'll show you later the options to change this further as well. So it's kind of got a nice style to it as well. It just fades in and fades out. And then the next option, animation style we've got, is scale in and out. Now the scale in and out maintains the aspect ratio of the actual entire navbar, so we won't skew it in any way, so it won't look off, or it will look really nice. And it also scales from the center, so if we scroll down now, as you can see, it scales directly from the center and then goes back in like that, and it looks really nice like so. And then the next one is obviously the in out left. So if we quickly preview it now, and if we scroll down, it comes in from the left like that, and it goes out once you scroll back up and hit the trigger point you set. And then the other one is just the opposite of that, and it just comes in to the right. And as you can see now, if we just scroll down, it just comes into the right like that, and then just goes away like that. And obviously if you do if you do have a wider monitor, or if your clients or whoever you're designing the website for do have, say, wider screens or ultra wide monitors, in which you obviously want to make sure your website looks great on all devices, it won't obviously appear, you won't see it really at all. As you can see, it's always going to be hidden. So however kind of large you make it, it's always going to be kind of visible, or not visible within the browser. Only when you actually scroll down, it will actually enter into the page. So next we have the 3D flip option, which is a really nice kind of effect. So it kind of hinges in, or comes in like a perspective view. So if we go ahead and quickly scroll down, as you can see, it kind of flips in or hinges in like that, which is really nice. And obviously the actual perspective does affect everything inside the widget. And if we do obviously go over to these mobile views, they also will be affected. So at the moment I haven't actually put a text option on here, or added the image. I've just left it blank on the default value. And then obviously if we go up, as you can see, it comes down. And if we come down here, if we go up, the actual whole thing, or the whole menu, will actually also go out. Unlike where we had the masked version, in which what actually happened is, if you did have the kind of mobile view set, it kind of wouldn't, it doesn't affect this part as well, it only affects this part. So that's basically, so we've actually changed it obviously in this other one. So if we had, I don't know, this scale one, and we go to the this view here, and then go back down, as you see that scales in and out like that, the actual whole thing. So it just kind of integrates nicer into it, and it makes it nice. Obviously you just go like that, it also scales down as well. And again with all the other options, and the fade and this option. So if you do go to the mobile view, the mobile view also comes in like that, and also comes in like that. So it's really nice, and you've got a lot of flexibility in which one you want to choose for your site. You're not limited to kind of one animation. That's why we've decided to obviously implement this in. So the next feature within the animation options is the type of easing and duration you can set to each animation. Now obviously if you don't want the scale to kind of scale out abruptly or scale really in fast, you can actually just set that to maybe come in a little bit slower, again with any of the basically animation options. So we just use scale for example, but if we just change this for say 0.9, so if we just put 0.9 seconds in there, and then if we go to scale in and out, and then quickly preview that in the browser, as you can see now when I scale down, it's going to take a little long. See, it takes a little longer to just come in, and it's just a little longer just to go out, just 9 seconds. And you see you can change it to see what you like, maybe 0.5 seconds, whatever. You can just obviously different animation options may look better on a different speed. Now another basically feature within that easing options we've got is actual easing type. So at the moment the default type is just ease in and out, but you can change that. To change these, if you don't actually know this already, what you can do within Google Chrome, if you just inspect, or there's an inspect element tool in Google Chrome, so anything on a web page, if you just right click here, so if you right click on the actual nav bar menu here, on any of the buttons, it doesn't matter, and just click inspect, and then it will just pop up like this. If it doesn't pop like this, you will just try and find the highlighted element here, just this bit here. So once you've found this, go up, it's really close to it, it's literally here. So you want to find this, the top container, and it should say active. So div id blah blah blah. So click that. So it's literally just up from that, and then all you have to do is scroll down to this bit here. So you should show from here and just go to here. You'll see these purple icons almost, and you can see a transition. So if we click this purple icon, as you can see, there's our duration that we just set, and then here, if we click here, this purple icon, we can actually customize the actual easing animation right within the browser. So we can quickly change it here to maybe one of the preset ones, maybe fast out, linear in. So if we quickly preview it now, so can come in like that. And obviously we have got it set to 9 seconds. That's why probably it's not that fast, but we can obviously change that if we want to. Or maybe another one, say just ease out. So we just go. Or we've got let's have a look at another one. Maybe this one, in out quadric. So it's a little bit more. Or maybe in out back, so this will be a little bit weird. Obviously you might want to use this, but it kind of bounces at the end and then bounces as it comes in. That's quite cool. Maybe obviously you can change it. To change the actual individual ones, all you have to do is select one you want, say fast out linear, and then use these actual handles to go and edit kind of the animation. As you can see, you've got this ball which actually previews it for you just quickly. Each time you make a change, it will preview it. So it goes slow and it goes out and it comes in, slow and it comes in. So it's kind of like a delay effect. So, and then obviously once you're happy with it, so say if you want this one in your website or in the actual navbar, all you have to do is click out of it just here, and then select or just click on the actual duration. So whatever this number says here, so if it for you might say 0.3 seconds or whatever it says here, click on that and it will highlight all of it. Once it's highlighted all of it, just go right click on it and just copy. Obviously if you're on a Mac, just do obviously the opposite. You can go Command C or whatever, or if you're on Windows you can also use the shortcut, and then go back to Muse and go back to the animation options, and then literally just paste that in what you copied there, and then next time you go and preview the site in the browser, as you can see, it's applied that easing we just created in Chrome. So you can obviously, you're not limited to the type of easing that's obviously come default with the widget. You can choose whatever you want, so you can really get, you know, unlimited possibilities on how each of these animation styles actually enter into the page. Obviously you won't be able to do this with the version 1 mode if you do select that, so if you do wonder why it's not working with that, because it will literally be grayed out, so you won't be able to do that, but that's why. So any of the new version 2 animation options you can actually apply this easing to, just to make it a little bit different. Now you don't actually have to use the Google Chrome option to do the easing. You can also use a website. Now if you just Google CSS easing, there's loads of different websites which will come up, and basically, you know, it will allow you to create your custom easing animation. So if you just go to cubic-bezier.com, and if we just refresh this again, and it will come up like this. So again, you've got your handles here in which you can custom basically control the animation, or you've got kind of a preset ones here. So you've got ease, linear, ease in, ease out, and ease in and out. And then if we actually preview this, you just hit the go button, you can actually see what it basically will happen to the widget. And obviously there's two kind of squares for a reason, because each one represents obviously the part of the handle, as you can see. So obviously the green is the green, so see the different axes, and it will relate to the widget, so you will see it kind of appear, but you can just basically get a rough idea and just follow in one of them. You don't have to look at both of them how they'll come in, but it's kind of similar. So if you do decide one you want, so you can change the duration here, 10 seconds for 0.1 seconds, whatever you want. So if we say, I know, 0.8, and then we can have that coming in and then coming out. So once you're actually happy which one you want, all you have to do to actually put it into Muse is simply just copy this here. I think you can select it. Sometimes it is a little bit tricky to select it. So all you have to do is probably just type it in, or simply, you know, have it over here, and then while you can type it in. But it's pretty much the same principle as the one in Chrome. Simply just obviously copy it and then paste it in. One thing you will need to do though is once you've copied this bit here, like so, if you just go right to the end and do it, because it is a link, and then just go Control and then C. So once we've copied it like that, and then we can go ahead and paste it in, you have to make sure that you have got the duration set as well, because it won't include that with the part you've copied. So if we just paste that in, as you can see, it hasn't got the duration. So all we have to do is just go back a little bit and then just type 0. Let's go 4, and then just put a space, or just put S and then space. So it's got 0.4 S space, so that's obviously 0.4 seconds, and then it's got the actual ease in type after it. Once it's like that, you just have to go file and then preview site in the browser, and if you come down, it'll kind of do the exact effect we've just created in here. So it kind of snaps in and snaps out like that, and obviously it is exactly the same. It's not exactly the same as in the second, so it might look a bit different, but obviously you can obviously choose that exact same seconds there. So whatever you duration you've set here, match it up with that, and just put that obviously always before it. So 0.8 or 0. Whatever you want, S, and then paste it in after that with a space, just like that. Within Muse, it obviously includes it all, so really the Muse is the better option because you can preview it to whatever you're editing right in Muse. So obviously while you're doing it, you can just scroll up and scroll down like I showed you. So that's the animation options within the new update. That's one of the new features. Now the next new feature is basically the ability to change the hover state. So when you select the fade and hover within the menu buttons, you can also change now the duration. So maybe if you want a smaller duration of 0.3, all you have to do now is go and preview that site, and then it will fade, and it will also have a shorter duration rather than the one before, which you couldn't basically edit, and now you can change it like so. And the next feature, we now have the ability to basically add 2 more buttons, or basically, yeah, 2 more buttons to the actual navbar. So you now have a total up to 7 buttons, which you can basically add in to the widget. So obviously, if you do decide to, if your website does require them extra 2 buttons or something like that, then now we have got an increase in button count. Then we can add more buttons, but the more we add, obviously, the kind of more we're pushing the actual navbar itself. So as you can see, once we've got 7, it is kind of pushing it, and once you get to a certain point, we would have to create or a more kind of breakpoint setting for it. So up until here, it kind of goes into the breakpoint like that, and obviously it will show it in here as well, just like so. So it looks really nice, and all of these new buttons, obviously when you add it in, it also add into the exact same animation style you choose, and obviously you can also change obviously the links and everything like that. So that's pretty much it for the version 2 update. So we've got the new animation appear settings. You've also got the easing options in which you can adjust. You've got the hover state duration now, and you've also got the ability to add 2 more or up to 7 buttons now within the widget. So I hope you like the new update, the new version 2 update. If there is anything else that you really want to see in this widget, all you have to do is just contact me. Go to the website widgets.bungiedesign.com, and there'll be a form down the bottom, or just literally just do it in the normal contact form at the very top, and then just enter in what you want, and then we'll try and push it out as an update for you. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.